What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video of the Point After Podcast. Today we're going to be discussing the Utah Utes and their 2022 season. This video, is going to be a little bit different. In the past, if you're a subscriber to the channel, I have detailed everything about teams. This Utah video is a little bit different because I have some crazy predictions, but I also want to explain it, and I just want to talk to you guys about why Utah will make the college football playoffs in 2022. Now, let's get into it. Last year, 33 recruiting class, number 44 in the transfer portal. You only signed 3 4-stars and you only signed 5 guys in the portal. That's not promising. That's not good. I'm very, very keen on this is the year for Utah, similar to how it was Cincinnati last year when I predicted them to make the college football playoffs. This is the year for Utah because I don't think there's a lot there next year. Now, you have Cameron Rising coming back off of where you went 10-4 in 2021. You were 14th in points per game. You were 35th in opponent points per game. That's pretty damn good. You returned 71% of your offense. You returned 61% of your defense. That's even better. You're good enough for 58th in the country in that regard. Cameron Rising, 20 to 5 touchdown interception ratio, 64% completion percentage. You return 5 of your top 6 receivers. Running back Tavian Thomas rushed for 1,100 yards and 21 touchdowns last year, which tells me either he busted a ton of long runs or he was their red zone guy. That's who they went to in the red zone. 4-star Jalen Glover's coming in. He's going to be another target to add to that wide receiver stable. And I say stable because it's deep. And then you get 3 offensive linemen back. Pretty damn good. Defense side of the ball, you get Florida transfer. I can't pronounce his name. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. He should come in and help the linebacker situation. You have freshman Lander Barton, another 4-star linebacker who could come in and be a name by the end of the season. You have Clayton Isbell, safety transfer out of Illinois State. He's going to help that secondary just a little bit. And now we'll get to their schedule. Now we'll get to my crazy prediction that I just mentioned a little bit ago. Last year, I predicted Cincinnati to make the college football playoffs. Last year, I said all year after week 1, Georgia was the best team in college football. My dumbass didn't bet that way, but I said it. I said it. And I'm saying right now that Utah is a playoff caliber team in 2022. The question is, can they get into the college football playoff despite being a college football playoff caliber team? Because I'll say that like this. When you look at their schedule, can they beat Florida week number 1? Absolutely. Can they beat can they beat USC in the middle of October? Absolutely, because no one knows what USC is going to be this year. They could be 10-2, they could be 6-6. There's really no idea. There's a lot of hype, but hype don't win football games. Oregon's the same situation. The only thing that scares me for Utah is you play USC in October. You're not playing USC in week number 3 or 2 like Stanford is. And then Oregon, you're playing them in week 11. Similar to the situation with Miami and Clemson. Miami could be 10-0 going into that Clemson game. They just have to get past Texas A&M. Utah just has to get past Florida. But here's where things get difficult. Cincinnati had 2 FBS wins or 2 P5 wins last year. I believe both were on the road. I know they played at Indiana, and I think they played at Notre Dame. I don't think that was a neutral site. They go 12-0, they make the college football playoff, 13-0, whatever you want to call it, yada, yada. Great. Here's the situation. Utah plays an entire Power 5 conference schedule. They play Southern Utah, San Diego State, and Florida, obviously, as their out-of-conference schedule. Now, what concerns me is you're looking at a situation where Utah's best win could be on the road against an 8-4 Florida team. Because no one knows what USC is going to be. They could be 6-6. They could be 8-4 as well. Then you got, again, Oregon. That could be your another best win against a 9-3 Oregon team on the road. So is that truly good enough to get you in the college football playoff if you go 12-0? Not in its own. I think it's a similar situation to Cincy last year where you need help. You need, Ohio State and Alabama. Well, you need either Ohio State or Alabama or Georgia. You need 2 out of the 3 to not make the playoffs to get in. I think at least 2 of those are already locks. I think if Georgia goes 11-1, Alabama goes 12-0, they match up in the SEC championship game. Depending on who Georgia lost to, if they lose to Arkansas, I need to pull up Georgia's schedule. I don't know exactly who all they play, but if they lose to a high caliber team, then it's a different situation. They can get in without 11-1 over a 12 or a 12-1 Georgia SEC champion with a 12-1 non-SEC champion Alabama. Both of those are in, just like last year. Same situation with the Big Ten. I could see Ohio State and Michigan both getting in. Say Ohio State goes 12-0, Michigan's 11-1, Ohio State wins conference. Michigan's only loss is to Ohio State. They could both get in. So you need help. I don't see a Big 12 team getting in. I see it being two SEC, two AC, or two Big Ten. I could see Clemson sneaking in. I could see an undefeated ACC champion sneaking in. There's a lot of scenarios that need to go in Utah's favor, but I think you're looking at best 11-1. I don't think 12-0 is truly possible. Is it possible? Of course. I think 11-1 is more of a safe bet compared to 12-0. Worst case, I think you go 9-3, and the only 3 games I see you losing would be Florida, USC, and Oregon. Now, is that the most generic bandwagon answer you're probably going to get out of anybody that covers Utah? Yes, but if you go through the rest of the Pac-12, dude, Southern Utah is not beating them. San Diego State is not beating them. Arizona State's not beating them. Oregon State is not beating them. At UCLA, that's a trap game. I'll say it right now. They could lose that one. USC could beat them. Wazoo, Arizona, Stanford, Colorado, none of those 4 are beating them. I don't know what Utah's over-under is, but if it's anywhere at like 8 or lower, take it. If it's 8.5, take it. If it's 9, take it. 9.5, I don't know. But my best bet, Utah goes 11-1, probably win the championship. Could rematch USC or Oregon. I don't really know. I think it's too early to say who they would be playing. I do think it'll be one of those two. It is difficult to beat 2 teams, beat a team twice in the season. I will say if they do beat USC on October 15th and then they turn around and play USC in the Pac-12 championship, I may take USC to win because, again, it's hard to beat a team twice in the season. Look at Alabama, Georgia. Look at LSU, Alabama in 2010 or 2011. It's very difficult to do that. Utah was able to beat Oregon twice last season, but Oregon was extremely overhyped last season. Oregon's somewhat overhyped this season. I'll put it on record. It's in video. Utah makes the college football playoff if they get a lot of help. 11-1 for Utah. That's my prediction. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We're only like 5 or 6 subs away from 100, so if you guys could hit that subscribe button, it would mean a lot to the channel. We're trying to get to 100 before week 0 kicks off in just 12 days. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.